Hello friends, welcome to the channel where we talk about sales, sales management and everything related to business. आज हम जिस टॉपिक पे बात करेंगे वो बहुत ही फैसिनेटिंग सा सब्जेक्ट है एंड दैट सब्जेक्ट इज व्हाट कॉन्स्टिट्यूट्स सेल्स सक्सेस. अगर हम देखते हैं जनरली एक पैराडाइम है कि इफ यू हैव एन एक्सट्रोवर्टिश पर्सनालिटी, अगर आप लोगों को कन्विंस कर सकते हैं अपने प्रोडक्ट के बारे में, सर्विसेज के बारे में, देन चांसेस आर कि आप सक्सेसफुल सेल्स पर्सन ऑलरेडी हो गए हैं या हो जाएंगे. However, things are not as straightforward as it sounds, right? So आज मैं ऐसी 5 एरियाज, एस्पेक्ट्स, पिलर्स के बारे में बात करूंगा जो डिटरमिन करते हैं कि एक लॉन्ग टर्म सक्सेस कैसे प्राप्त की जा सकती है. The first aspect is mindset, and mindset really is what is at the core, at the base of everything else that is around a salesperson's or sales professional's success. Mindset is really about whether आप कस्टमर के पास जा रहे हैं to sell something or to solve a problem. Are you going as a consultant to help the customer to make sure that he succeeds, his business succeeds, or is it just about selling your product? एक ये shift जब हो जाएगा, then clearly the customer will start to trust you, trust what you're selling, and that all that becomes incidental. It is not about what you're selling, but really about what problem you're trying to solve, and that everything else really falls into place. When you know the impact of the problem, what is the financial impact, what is the business impact, तो आप accordingly अपनी जो positioning है, अपनी product positioning है, उसको आप tailor कर पाएंगे उस problem के around. So that mindset really is where you're not seen as a pusher, but seen as a problem solver, as someone who's guiding the customer, who's creating confidence and making sure that he or she stands out when it comes to the customer's perception or his mind share. The second aspect is really, again, not skills. Skills I'll come in a bit, but it is all about habits. It's about आप day to day क्या करते हैं. How do you spend the entire day? Are you spending enough time prospecting your customers? आप कुछ time at least every week if you're allocating for customers who are not currently in your pipeline, but still you want to stay in touch, still you want to stay connected. आप सफिशिएंट टाइम दे रहे हैं अपनी पाइपलाइन देखने के लिए कि हाँ मेरी पाइपलाइन कितनी हेल्दी है, कितनी डील्स आपके क्लोजर के पास जा रही हैं, व्हाट इज द हेल्थ ऑफ माय पाइपलाइन, व्हाट इज द हेल्थ ऑफ माय बिजनेस, एम आई कवरिंग इनफ कस्टमर्स इन माय टारगेट सेगमेंट, एम आई मीटिंग इनफ स्टेक होल्डर्स एंड सो फोर्थ. तो ये डे टू डे जो हैबिट्स है, एंड दैट इज सो इम्पॉर्टेंट कि यू डोंट गेट लॉस्ट इन द डे टू डे जो आपके ट्रांजैक्शंस होते हैं, जिसमें इट्स वेरी इजी टू गेट सक्ड इनटू ऑल ऑफ दिस विदाउट looking into or maybe ignoring the larger picture, the big picture, and that really comes from habits. And these habits जितना जल्दी अगर आप फॉर्म करते हैं अपने करियर में, उतना ही सक्सेसफुल होने की चांसेस आपके ब्राइट हो जाते हैं. The third aspect is really about relationships. And relationships एक बहुत ही widely used term है. If I look at interviewing sales guys, more often than not, the one word which keeps getting told all the time is about that I am a great relationship guy. Now, what does a relationship mean? It's not about, again, about really impressing the customer या उसके सामने आपकी personality, आपके व्यवहार से वो प्रभावित हो जाए, and that's how you do business. That's really not the big part of what is required to succeed. Relationship skills is all about how do you identify the stakeholders who you want to conduct business, you want to build relationship over a period of time. There have been instances in my career as well where customers have come back after almost 10 years and said, look, I have a problem like this, and can you help me solve this problem? Or completely out of nowhere, right? And these things do happen because when he interacted with me in the past, he had a certain degree of confidence. He saw me navigate my internal systems to help the customer, went out of the way to make sure that I didn't only sell, but I ensured that he succeeded in what he was trying to achieve 10 years back, and he still came back. It is not just about greeting your customers on festival. That's a very small part of what you do. Sending customers maybe an occasional article, something that might be relevant, something related to his industry, something related to his business, or congratulating the customer for a success which his company has sort of achieved. So these are some small aspects of what strong relationship skills can bring to the table. Uh, the fourth aspect of success in sales is really about execution. हम we can do as much planning, as much strategizing, but at the end of the day, it's all about execution, 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 right? Uh, and that really is about going in a customer meeting, making sure that you make the right pitch, but coming back, following through with the customer, making sure that if you're telling the customer कि हाँ मैं आपको next week कॉल करूँगा, तो next week आप कॉल करें. अगर आपने कहा है कि एक particular proposal एक time frame पे जाना है, तो वो एक proposal जाए. uh, Customers notice how prompt you are, how attentive you are, how much you're listening to them, and that is following through in your execution. If the customer gives you feedback around your proposal, मेकिंग श्योर कि उसको इनकॉर्पोरेट किया गया है और कस्टमर को बताया है कि ये चार चीज़ें आपने मुझे बताई थी और ये चार चीज़ें मैंने इनकॉर्पोरेट की हैं, या मैंने एक तीन चीज़ें की हैं और इसमें मुझे कुछ कुछ डाउट्स है, मुझे कुछ क्लैरिफाई करना है, एंड आई शुड बी कमिंग बैक टू यू. That shows detailing, that shows how focused you are on making sure that the customer is successful through your execution. Last but not the least, the subject that we were waiting for is the skills aspect. Yes, skills comes, I won't say last, but certainly something which is very important. And whether it is your negotiation skills, whether it is your prospecting skills, whether it is your presentation skills, these are aspects which need to be worked on an ongoing basis, year on year, month on month. You got to make sure कि आफ्टर एवरी प्रेजेंटेशन दैट यू मेक आप जाके इंट्रोस्पेक्ट करें कि मेरे स्किल्स इंप्रूव हो रहे हैं कि नहीं हो रहे हैं. आई हैव सीन सो मेनी पीपल हु आर टेपरिंग ऑफ in the middle management because their skills are where they were 6, 7, 8 years back, और उनमें कुछ enhancement नहीं हुआ है. It is also about not just the external skills but the internal skills. How do you deal with your managers, with your peers? How do you manage conflict situations? How do you make sure that you get your teams rally around you? These are all skills which have to be nurtured, which have to be read, and these don't always come very intuitively. It has to be, there are people, very smart people around जो आपको आपके skill enhancements में guide कर सकते हैं. Get a mentor for yourself who can really help you build upon your skills. And again, very important to keep introspecting कि हाँ कौन से areas हैं जहाँ पे मेरे skills उतनी enhance नहीं हो पा रही हैं vis-a-vis the others. I think that the introspection, maybe a mentor can do it or you could do it yourself. So again, just to summarize, 5 sort of pillars of sales success, क्या स्तंभ है sales success को ensure करने के लिए. We talked about mindset, we talked about habits, we talked about relationships, we talked about execution, and we talked about skills. If there's anything else which I've missed out, I'll be happy to hear from you. Please write it in the comment section. And if you like the content, what I put forward, please like, share, and subscribe, and let me know which are the other subjects जिसमें आप मुझे सुनना चाहेंगे. And I hope it's useful. Have a nice day, and bye for now.